Okay, so today I wanted to make a video piggybacking off of my last video where we explored this chord, right? This is an A9 sus4 chord, right? So what I did in the last video is I compared it to just a regular dominant 7 chord, right? This is an A7. So basically what I meant is that you can use it as a substitute for that chord, right? This A7 chord, or any dominant 7 chord, in a diatonic chord progression, meaning a chord progression that follows the major scale, the 5 chord is a dominant 7. But instead of that chord, you could use this other type of dominant 7 chord, right? A9 sus4. So basically, let's break down what's in this chord, right? You have the 1, which is an A, the 1 of the chord. You have a flat 7, right? Which is also in this regular dominant 7 chord, which is 1, 5, flat 7, and major third. That's what's in a typical dominant 7 chord. But in this chord, you have a 1, flat 7, but then you have a B note right there, which is the 9, right? And then instead of a major third, you're gonna have a D note, right here. So in a sus4 chord, you leave out the major third and you substitute it for a fourth or a second. In this case, it's a fourth, right? And then you have another flat 7. So let's go through an example of where you could use this chord. I like to use the chord progression from Mercy Mercy Me by Marvin Gaye. So in that song, right, it's in the key of E, right? So the 5 chord is gonna be B. So we're gonna use a B dominant 7, right? But the chord progression goes like this. It goes 1 chord, E major 7. Then we're gonna go 6 chord, C sharp minor 7, 2 chord, F sharp minor 7. And then for the 5 chord, we're gonna do B dominant 7, but let's use this B9 sus4 chord for the 5 chord, right? It kind of creates a turnaround. You could also use this, a regular dominant 7 chord, but it doesn't have that same sound, right? It serves the same function, but it doesn't have the same sound. So let's play through back to back and see how that B7 sounds versus that B9 sus4. So it's gonna sound like this. I'll do the regular B7 first. Regular B7. Right, it's kind of turning around the progression. And this time I'll use the substitute. Alright, 2 chord. Right? So you can see it's still turning around the progression, but it kind of has that happy 70s sound to it. So I hope this was a pretty in-depth explanation, but I hope you can use this chord in your progressions and it makes your playing sound a little different. Have fun.